so that should not be an issue. Let's see. Hello, Dale. I see Dale is in the house. Hey, Cheryl. Love it. Joanna. Hello, Joanna. Awesome. The Zoom meeting is a lot more active, and I like the energy in the Zoom. And I think on Facebook it's more about the replay. So a lot of people watch the replays more than the lives, which I understand. It's different time zones and all of that. So, okay, I'm gonna start officially for YouTube. Welcome everybody. Week 4 of our 8-part series. Can you believe we're halfway through? In the next hour, we'll be done with week 4, and then we've only got 4 more weeks left until the end of May. So well done to all of you who've been stepping up. Thank you so much for being here every week. If you don't know me, my name is Lucille Cameron, and I sell digital products. I went from being an accountant to doing financials and tax planning and business strategy to an AI creative designer, which I love so much. And I'm pretty much on a journey to help others who are interested either in a side gig or extra income or just wanting to learn a new skill while still being employed, because I did this sort of when I was still working for other people. It's possible. And if you are looking, life is expensive. Gas is expensive. Food is expensive. So if you are looking to just extra on the side through something a little bit more creative and less serious than maybe what you are doing, then really thank you for tuning in. And that's really what I speak about. So if you're watching from YouTube, please hit the subscribe buttons. You will be notified when I do videos in the future again. And if you want to join us on Facebook, I've got a free community Facebook group where we speak about digital products, all sorts, pages, junk journals, clip art, mug wraps, t-shirt designs, and everybody is all focused within that sphere of things, AI, and how to do this with AI. Okay, so let's get the party started. Today is going to be a talking session. It's going to be more like a talking session. We're not designing today, but this is the first 3 we designed, and I showed you guys and I explained to you. This one is going to be more like a talking session, and it's very important. I think we get so sucked into the designing part of things that we don't really have real conversations. And this business of being stuck, or you don't know how to get yourself unstuck. There's a lot of reasons why this is happening. And the reason I am speaking about it is because I struggled with this, and I still sometimes do struggle with it today in other areas. Not so much listing. I know a lot of you are where you listing and you can't even get to the listing part of things for reasons that you don't understand, which I'm going to try and help you get unstuck. But for me, I'm now busy with other projects, other things, and it happens even to me where and you have to be careful that your attention is not spread so thin that you are unable to focus on a project. And it can even happen to me, although perhaps a different type of project. I just want to do one more thing, guys. Give me a second. Sorry, give me 1 second. Sorry. There we go. So I just wanted it on full screen. And yeah. So even in where I am, as you guys know, I have a bit of a team that works with me. They've been with me for years. So for me, like in other areas, I feel like I struggle. It's something I had to work through in the earlier phase of my business. Maybe, for example, the deadline or the objective was to list. But because I get so sidetracked, I couldn't, and unstuck and doubting and all those things, then the listing wouldn't happen. Now I master listings. It's not, my brain is tuned because I know I have to list. I have to feed the beast on Etsy. So that's not the challenge. Now, for example, a challenge for me could be building bots and not getting sidetracked with things that will keep me from publishing the bot. So I just wanted to make sort of an example of what it looks like for me versus what it could possibly look like for you. Okay, so before we continue, last week we spoke about how you can turn one design into 5 different listings. If you haven't watched it, it's on our YouTube channel. It's also sorry about that, guys. I don't know if you can hear the sound. It's also in our Facebook group. Okay, so if you haven't seen that, I basically taught you guys how to go from taking one design and then creating 5 different listings from it. Okay, so I also showed you how to find a product that you can actually sell because of a lot of you are creating, but you creating based on what you like. Another thing that I used to do, I speak about this in my earlier videos all the time. The first 6 months, I was designing what I thought was pretty, what I thought people would like, but not from data. Now I design from data. Now I design from doing my homework and understanding where the demand is. Again, week 1, 2, 3, all of those videos are available, and I go into that a lot more. Okay, this week we are speaking about unstucking yourself. So honestly, understand why you are stuck. We're going to dive into that. Learn to unstuck yourself, and then Q&A and thank yous, right? So it's very simple this week. We're not designing, we're talking. And I'd love your input. I'd love you to engage with me, ask questions. Yeah, and at this point, maybe you can just drop and let me know where you are from. For those who don't know, I'm all the way in South Africa. But please let us know where you are from. Our Texas group is growing. Dale is also from Texas, George. Chris is also from Texas. Who else is from Texas? So our Texas pool is growing. They're taking over. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, if she's 82 years old and she looks amazing. No, George, no problem. We won't be long. It's just like sort of a talk, and no designing will happen today. Yeah, last week I missed you, Eve. Last week you came in just when we left. Ellen is from Florida. Marilyn is from Chicago. Wow. Cheryl from Georgia. Oh, Joanna, I won't forget that now. Joanna's also from Texas. That's beautiful. Mary is from Blackpool. Have you guys seen Mary's designs with the bot? Have you guys seen her designs with the bot? My word. Eve, I think you did that on purpose now. Kovacica. Kovacica. Eve is all the way in Bulgaria. Thank you for letting me know where you guys are from. Okay, let's move on. Sorry, Inga. Yeah, you can send stuff. Yeah, I'll help you afterwards. Thank you so much. Okay, so just before we continue, this is all the products that I have, right? Most of you learned about me or discovered me through AI Prompt Heaven. Why? This is the first membership that I created. It's really a vault of prompts, and every week you get fresh new prompts dropped. Sorry. Fresh new prompts you get on a weekly basis. Although I'll admit for the last week, I haven't been sending out too many prompts because I have been so busy fine-tuning the bot and getting the bot out of the way. And also we've had a 3-day week this week. So we had 2 public holidays, and I've had a lot less productive hours during this week. So next week I'll get on with it again with the prompts. But you can expect fresh prompts every week. You also get SEO keywords that I research, and then if I see something selling well, I can share that with you. We've got a school community. I just want to make it clear, especially for those who will be rewatching, we are not sitting in the Systeme platform anymore in terms of community management. The vault is still in Systeme, but where we support each other and where you reach out to me for help, that sits in school. Okay, so I just want you to know this sits in school. AI Prompt Heaven, Design to Dollar sits in school, and then the C3 community sits in school. There's a lot coming in C3. I know I've been lagging here a bit, but I've got so many exciting things coming up. I'm ready to blast you guys with twin stuff. Just watch this space. So this is in the school community, school. And the digital product bootcamp is, because it's a once-off product, that is still sitting in Systeme, right? So there you can message, you can let me know this module, this is maybe missing, you need help here or whatever. That still sits in Systeme because it's not a monthly recurring thing, right? So, and I haven't had people asking me. I've had people asking me with AI Prompt Heaven to please put it on the school community because it's always buzzing, it's always talking, it's always asking. You guys are always asking for prompts and stuff like that. So school is school, and Systeme for this one. If there's an outcry in inverted commas for the bootcamp, then I will move it to school. And all of these, a lot of you've asked me, is there another fee for school? No, there's no fee. There is a fee. I pay the fee. It's not for you. You just come and join us and get up to date with things. So that's AI Prompt Heaven. Design to Dollar. This one's growing. We're almost on 100 members. This one is all about Canva skills. So if you are into templates and social media templates and invitations and wedding stuff, and you want to sell Canva links, Canva templates, then you need to get to Design to Dollar. It's $9 a month. We drop weekly new templates, prompts, AI stuff in this community, and we show you exactly how to do it. So Nell and myself, we are combining our skills on this one. So I'm on the AI side a lot, and she's on the templates and designing and doing things from scratch. She's very smart and knowledgeable about Canva. So if you want if you need that kind of support, then this is where you need to be. Okay, fairly new, only just started this year. And then C3 community is all about twins, right? So you want some images up of yourself in exotic locations and in private jets and yachts and everything that you see on my private Facebook community, that's through the power of C3. There's a lot of things coming up. I've been investing and looking at ways to kickstart this one again. So just watch this space. And in the bootcamp, if you are brand new, you don't know where to start, Lucille, what digital products, what are you talking about, AI software, where do I generate? If that's where you are and you need to know how I do what I do, then this is a good one to start. I take you through Etsy, starting up a store, listing, SEO keywords, mock-ups, 10 products. I give the 10 products to you. I give the 10 products mock-ups to you. So if you want a quick start, then the bootcamp is the place to be. Okay, let's get into the video. If there's any questions, you can ask. Hey, Karen. Hello. I see you made a new friend. Cornay. Okay. Any questions in the Zoom? Let's see if there's any questions in the Zoom. You have a lot of homework. Okay, let's get started. So we're talking about being unstuck or getting unstuck. Let's talk about the real reasons you're stuck, okay? This is not a bashing session. This is a listen, I went through this. These are the points that you need to look out for. These are, if this happens to you, just be aware. This is this session. It's not a, you're not doing it right session. I'm just trying to give you some sort of direction, okay? So not to sugarcoat anything here, but most people think they're stuck because they don't know enough. Like, do you feel like I don't have enough knowledge? Is that maybe something that makes you not move? Like you're immovable. You just sort of is one of the reasons why you feel you are stuck. Maybe you feel that you don't have enough knowledge. Let me know if that resonates with you. So they think I need more tutorials, I need more courses, I need more tools, or I need better prompts. But that's not the problem. You already know more than enough to start. I can't see how lack of knowledge is an issue here. Okay, just hear me out. The real problem is that you are overwhelmed with too many directions, too many YouTube people you're listening to, you following 5, 6, 7 different content creators. Every video that they push out, which has got nothing to do with the other creator, now you wasting an hour on following that person's strategy and this person's strategy. I can count on my first 3 fingers how many people I followed. I mentioned their names. Jessa is one of them and Bailey is one of them. The rest is just, if I see something and it interests me, I'll click on it. It's not really people that I would say really formed or shaped or whatever. Bailey is amazing, sharing her knowledge freely. It's beautiful to see how someone that's so successful would just share. And you'll see my comments on the YouTube videos. Thank you so much, Bailey. I've never bought a product of Bailey. Everything that I know about Bailey is through her YouTube channel because she just gives away so much. Jessa, I actually was drawn to before Bailey. It was first Jessa. And Jessa, I have bought smaller, those $7 deals that she's got. Beautiful woman, just all the way, I think in Australia. So, as with Bailey, sharing, showing, and obviously they have paid tools because they have to make a living off it. There's no qualms about that. But just the free content that they shared helped me so much. So I didn't have 7, 8, 9 different people that I would obsessively watch. Those were the two people. They were very giving with their knowledge and their time, and they were success driven and they had social proof. So that is what I did. One reason you could be stuck is because you're listening to too many people. You've got all these people that you're listening to, and none of it doesn't click because everybody's got a different strategy. There were commonalities for me between those two ladies. The giving spirits that I saw, the sharing, the expertise, and that worked for me. So if you find yourself listening to too many voices, it could be why you are stuck. Okay? You could be overwhelmed with too many directions. So just do the self-evaluation. This is not a bashing session. You do your own internal whatever reflection. Okay. So if it feels like you are working, you're constantly busy, but you're actually staying in the same place. And that's where the frustration comes in because you work 8 hours as if you're working for a boss. And I can attest to this. You're busy whole day, you mocking up, but nothing's happening. The money's not coming in, but busy a whole day, every day. Okay. You don't have a clear path. If that is you, you probably don't have a clear path that connects everything together. No systems, no flow. You are an expert, busy person. You've expert looking busy. I'm going to simplify how to work use yourself out of this, right? With your products. I'm going to very general because you would have to do a one-on-one to have a specific, but I'm going to go general. You can then tweak it according to your business. Okay. So my opinion, you don't have a lack of knowledge problem in my view, because with AI, with ChatGPT, with all these robots, these AIs, these custom GPTs, with everything, it cannot be knowledge. Maybe pre-OpenAI, knowledge was something that could make you, the scarcity of knowledge could make you a lot of money. We're not in a time where knowledge is the problem. You have a direction problem, okay? Because look at everything that we've got already. Canva Pro, AI tools, save tutorials, prompt packs, you get prompts delivered to you, but it's still not happening. Ideas constantly running through your head. That's me. There's always ideas running through my head. And if I jump on all of them, I will not finish any. So you're not lacking information. You overloaded with it. We are overloaded with the information because of the tools that we have available to us. And what is happening is you sit down to create. We do this. And instead of moving forward, you get pulled into 10 different directions. No, I'm not the only one. I don't know why you guys are so quiet. I can't be the only one. Inga saying that's true. Thank you, Inga. Inga saying that's true. I need to stop watching so many interesting YouTube videos. And I was also guilty. She said 20 tabs open. I don't dare to tell you how many. I'm saying 20, which she's saying it's a conservative number. She's not going to share her number with us. Let us know your number. Drop your number. Drop your number. Hey, Sim J. Welcome, welcome. So we don't have a knowledge problem. So stop telling yourself, I lack knowledge, or I'm stupid, I'm slow, or whatever. That's not our problem. Just get the shift in your head. Just get that, like, we don't have a knowledge problem, okay? And this is what we tell ourselves. Maybe I should try this. That YouTuber said that. And now maybe let me try POD. Maybe that idea is better. Let me watch one more tutorial. That's another 20, 30 minutes wasted. And that is not being productive. Production or productive or efficiency in your production is you creating something, whether with your hands physically or with, in our case, a digital product. Watching YouTube videos is not production. You cannot sit and watch 8 hours of videos and at the end of the day, like nothing happened. Nothing will happen because you're not in your business working. Okay. And before you know it, you've spent hours and created nothing that actually moves your business forward. Please stop doing that. That's not a knowledge gap. That's a lack of direction. You're stuck in creation without a clear path. Let's work on that. Okay. Okay. So let's go back. The trap nobody wants to warn you about. So I did tell you guys we're going to talk about things today, right? So no one warns you. All these experts, they don't pre-warn you. And be careful because people will maybe keep information from you to keep you in a loop. I'm not doing that. I tell you straight up what worked for me, what didn't work for me. And I let you know. And then you decide. And then you fine tune your whatever. I've seen strategies where people aren't straight up. People don't say that they've got 30,000 people on their email list. So now you're going to try and copy that YouTube creator. Their Etsy store looks amazing because they can send one blasted email to 30,000 people, recipients, subscribers on the email list, right? And they will sell that particular product so quickly. It took them 8 years maybe to get all those subscribers on the list. You just starting out. You don't have a follower. You don't have a Facebook page. So just be careful. Compare apples with apples, okay? You are testing AI prompts. This is what we do. Whole day we test AI prompts. We play around in Canva. We've got the 2.0 update. So now we use all our time to go through all these little cute things. Again, it does not convert to production. We're starting to design. We're trying a new niche. We're jumping from tumblers to mugs to coloring pages. I did this. Then templates, and then you've got a whole general store. We watch more tutorials. You're doing something all the time. It feels like we're busy. It really does. But here's the problem. None of it's connected. Can you see all these things? It's all disconnected. Test plain Canva. Try a niche. It's not smart planning. It's not like strategic, right? So we're always busy, but you're not building anything. Be warned. And this is where a lot of digital product sellers get stuck for months and even years. They can be doing this for 2-3 years. No proof of money in the bank, but they're constantly designing. Something is wrong. Okay, so we need to look at what that something is. You are not stuck. You're in a loop. It's like, what's it? A hamster wheel? You're just running and running. You're just burning calories. That's all we're doing. We're not productive. So now let's talk about something a lot of you are sitting in right now. The almost done phase. You've started the design. You've got the idea. You've played around with it, but it's not finished. So there's something between starting and ending and in between that's pulling you away. Please, let's talk about it. So it's either sitting in Canva drafts or it's half-made bundles. And then you see something else and you want to try that, but you didn't finish the half bundle that you started yesterday. And the truth is you're not struggling to create. We all can create. I am convinced. We don't have an AI skill problem. It's this that I'm talking about here, this core of our minds just going in so many directions. This is the problem. You're struggling to finish. You're not struggling to start. We struggle to finish because creating feels safe. Hey, I don't know, some of you, in my earlier videos, I used to tell you guys always, if I could just design in my business and not do anything else, I just want to design clip art and just look at the cute pictures. That would make me so happy. That is a pipe dream. It will make me happy, but it will not make me money because the money is in my strategy. The money is in my planning. The money is in my research. The money is in the data. But I would like to just design. And if I follow that plan, I will not make any money. Do you get it? So Karen is saying, honestly busy with my business with YouTube and other platforms I publish on. But I'm very much interested in starting to do this on Etsy to do with my portfolio, so to speak. But yes, I'm a bit guilty too. Must pull my finger. Selena saying very true. So I'm just happy that it resonates with you guys. It's not a bashing session. You guys know what I did the first 6 months. I was just designing pretty stuff and pretty doesn't sell. So sometimes ugly sells. It's weird. Busy Lizzie. I like that, Karen. Busy Lizzie. And she's saying true, and be consistent. Consistency is key. Absolutely. What I learned along the many years online. Absolutely. And even the algorithms love consistency. So we are struggling to finish. We have no problem starting. If this speaks to you, then let's fix that area. Okay. Let's see what else. I'll get to some solutions for you guys now. I just want to lay it on thick and then yeah. So Dale saying so true. Ellen saying that's me. Cheryl saying that's me. No problem for getting here late. Dale, no worries. I'm in a hamster wheel. You see, I know what I'm talking about. I feel like a pastor today. Joanna saying, yes, I create stuck with mockups. We've got the mockup builder in the members tool stack, Joanna, in AI Prompt Heaven. So that's a quick way to make mockups. Also, I love Artistly's mockup generator, where I just upload the sublimation design and I can say, so I don't know why you're stuck with mockups, but if you want to send me an email and maybe, I don't know, just let me know. Also, Joanna saying, I going for planners to clip art. In one store, planners, that's not too bad because you can use the clip art in the planners. So it can be like a complementary product. Like, okay, I created this planner, which is sage green, feminine, money, boss, energy. This is the completed, but here is the clip art with like 30, 40 clip art. So it's not like a stretch. It's not like apples and oranges. Cheryl saying, yes, help me. Karen is saying, you give me oomph now. Good. If I give one person oomph on this video, on this live today, it's good. Okay, so endless possibilities create endless paralysis. Isn't that like powerful? Endless possibilities. So we think if we've got all these options, like we sorted, that could actually be our problem. Endless paralysis, because how do you know which option to go for? AI and Canva didn't simplify your business. They removed your limits. Now you have too many directions and no decisions. More ideas don't help us. They distract us. You don't have a creativity problem. That is not our problem. Creativity, knowledge, that's not our problem. So we cannot rest on that to say, I'm not moving forward because of knowledge and because of creativity. That does not fly anymore. You keep tweaking things instead of finishing it. You keep criticizing it instead of finishing it. You keep changing it way. I don't know if you've got a fear of listing it. Do you know progress is better than perfection? I wish Faith was here. So we have a couple of listings where Faith and I would go back and forth. One of them was a t-shirt sublimation design. And the grammar wasn't 100%, but the t-shirt looked amazing, man. The t-shirt design, it was said something about 80s babies. 80s baby something, but the colors were nice, and it was like a glowing text. And I think I had to have like an apostrophe and an S, 80s something. I just had this 80. And I'm like, Faith, I don't think the people's going to buy this. Anyone with good English will know. This t-shirt doesn't sound right. I've put it on a black t-shirt, mocked up. Faith said, Lucille, just leave it. You know, that t-shirt sold on repeat. Even with that, in my view, grammatical error. It doesn't read properly. But what I'm showing the customer is what they're getting. They can't tell me later, there's no S. But that's whatever. What I'm saying is that t-shirt was imperfect, but we listed it just for testing, right? And that t-shirt design sold repetitively. So when I tell you progress is better than perfection, it really is. That's not the only product that we had. There's some others, but she's not here now. But take it from me, you don't have to have a perfect, always a perfect, especially if you are new. Be okay to get feedback that tells you, listen, your toes were chopped off here. Your fingers not right. Do you know that the feedback from that customer, which could also be a bad review, but in my experiences, I think I've had one or two reviews, and it was people who expected physical products. But what I'm saying is the feedback from that customer, let's say you're operating in silo and nobody is holding your hand in this business, and you don't really know, but you're starting it. Now you've uploaded a Clipart bundle, and maybe a couple of those pictures, the toes were off. Do you know that feedback is so much more valuable, even though your Clipart bundle wasn't perfect? Because you will never ever list a Clipart bundle where the fairy's hands are cut off or the toes are cut off or whatever the case may be. It makes you sharper. So don't be scared that you're not perfect. None of us are perfect in our creations. Feedback from customers can be very valuable, very, very valuable. And I know people have different experiences with reviews. I'm on a 4.9 star, and those 2 1s, which was really pillows that they thought they're getting pillows, even though it said digital product, it's fine, no problem. Here's your money back. Thank you. I still got a review. Don't lose yourself over it. Just keep pushing, and all the 5s will dilute that 1 or the 2 or the 3 or whatever they are giving you. Okay, so we don't have a creativity problem. Stop with this perfection mindset. I told you guys, AI is not perfect. If you're operating under the assumption that AI systems, Artistly, Midjourney, Gemini, none of these tools are perfect, and neither are we. Okay, so you also need to be honest with yourself here. We've got some addiction issues, right, in what we do. So we stuck to comfort zone. We're addicted to starting. I'll raise my hand first. Start a new bot, start a new project, start a new GPT, start, right? We love exploring and researching, or at least I do. I love the designing. So like sugar, because sugar tastes nice, I stick to this side of it. So the comfort zone, right? I'll tweak and I'll change. It feels safe. It feels creative. I feel busy. I feel like doing something. That's our addiction. The growth zone is in shipping, testing, strategy, research, okay? These are the zones that most of us, not all of us, my major in university was strategic business management. So I've got a very strategic brain. People tell me I think like an engineer, even though I've never studied engineering, but I am an accountant, and an accountant does have a structured brain, like formats, following process. It's very natural to me. And people that are very creative struggle with structure, struggle with strategy. They're all over. They're all over. I think I've been blessed with having half brain creative, half brain analytical and structured. So I'm just sort of cautioning and warning you, if you're leaning towards the one side of the brain, strategy might not be something that comes naturally to you. Please don't feel bad or weak or whatever, because you are super creative. I suck with colors, I suck. There's certain things in the creative space that I'm not so good at. So this is just to make you aware. Strategy for some will come easier. And that's why I can quickly, when something doesn't work, I will do a pros and cons. And you have to think with that brain. Okay. So we love the comfort zone. We love starting and muffins and cupcakes and Paris and sunflowers, honey pots. We love that. I also love that. If I could only do that, I'd be so happy, but I won't be making money. We resist slightly again, finalizing, shipping, listing, strategy, structure. If that's you, just be aware. It feels out of your comfort zone. You are addicted to the left side because it avoids the one thing that actually grows your store on the right side. Okay? Karen saying, that's me too. And perfection. Yeah, perfection is but that's the world we are living in, right? They're selling us Instagram perfection looks. So it's ingrained in us. Everything must be perfect. But that's a lie. There's no such thing. Progress is better than perfection. Hope I'm making sense. Let me know if I'm making sense, guys. They're saying trying too hard to make money, to make any money. Love the oomph. Saying also using ChatGPT and Kittle for images. Have you guys seen the ChatGPT 2.0? What is your experience with the images? Don't you just love the way the images are coming out? It's hard for me. I'll be very honest. It's hard for me to use other tools at the moment for images. Okay, so Madeline, I'm going to do a video Monday on the Mockup Builder in AI Prompt Heaven, which you are a member of, and everybody else that's in AI Prompt Heaven. I'm just going to remind you of the Mockup Tool Builder and how I use it in my business and how it can speed up your mockup process. Okay, so Eve is trying to understand, do you mean the mockups for the listing, mockups for the listings, what to list as mockups? I'm stuck with how to list the products. Don't worry, Eve, in Design to Dollar, Eve, this week I'm going to continue on the Etsy 101, and one of it would be listings, because we're listing products this week in our own store. So once I've got our listings up for the D2D store, the new store that we just started, I'll do the videos and you'll see exactly how I list the PDF license. All of that will be in the D2D community. Just saying, I'm making so much sense. I'm happy to hear that. Cheryl is saying, OMG, Lucille, you are in my brain. I'm pastoring today. I'm pastoring to you guys. Joanne saying, yes, I'm making sense. Thank you, Dale. He's saying I'm doing great. I've been using it and beautiful images. George has been using the Mockup Builder and he loves the images. Okay, Mary is saying she loves ChatGPT's 2.0. It makes great mockups. Yes, I also love the mockup ability. Yeah, Ellen is also concurring that she loves 2.0. I love it too. I love it too. Inga is saying in Facebook, everything you said is so true. And to think we're not even designing and you guys are so responsive. Maybe I should preach more and design less. Thank you so much, guys. Love ChatGPT, Karen is saying. And Karen is also saying, and you motivate big time. Thank you. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Cool, cool. Let's continue. Let's get to the shifts and the steps that I recommend you guys take. So this is the shift right here. Stop asking, is this a good design? Stop asking this, because honestly, the 80s babies themed t-shirt was not a good design by standards of digital products. It wasn't perfect. I wouldn't say it wasn't good. Let's say it wasn't perfect, because the question keeps you stuck. If I didn't list, just never forget this. If I didn't list that t-shirt, I wouldn't have gotten the sales and the reviews from it. So don't be scared. Even if your first clip art bundle is not good enough, don't be scared. Get the confidence and the oomph to list it and see what happens. Okay, rather start asking, can I list this today? Replace, is this a good design? And rather say, can I list this today? Those should be your question. And can you see those two questions comes from two different places? The one is coming from the comfort zone, good design. So starting the design. So we lean towards those questions. Is this a good design? Right? And the other one is, can I list? Which is from the growth zone, which a lot of us resist against. Either we're scared or we don't understand, or I don't know. But it comes from the growth zone, which is shipping, which is listing, which is publishing. But we hold on to the, is this a good design? And we should flip it and say, can I list this today? Asking, can I list this today, is more productive than asking, is this a good design? Because the 80s t-shirt wasn't a perfect design. Okay, so that's really it. Done beats perfect. Listed beats sitting in drafts. Between listing not so good design or not the perfect design versus sitting in drafts. Who do you think is closer to getting you money? The same money that Dale was talking about, too busy to make money, whatever. The one sitting in drafts in Canva, half done, or the one that's actually published, even though the apostrophe S wasn't there. Top sellers don't overthink things. Top sellers. You know what? I don't know if you guys saw in the Artistly. Who saw the post in Artistly? People took me apart this week in Artistly. I've had a rough week. When I tell you my week was iffy, I had a rough week. There's a post up in Artistly where I listed fairies. Then I took the fairies and I made a mock-up in ChatGPT. Anybody and the grandmothers know, when you take images from one tool and you put it, and I listed 20 images. I took 20 or whatever the maximum is. I took it to ChatGPT and I made a mock-up from that. And the result was some of the fingers were deformed. Some of the toes were deformed. I wasn't selling images. I wasn't selling an Etsy. And some of the people had some strong pointing outs of faults and whatever. So this is what I had to go through this week. Don't be scared of that. Don't be scared of that. I did learn through their feedback. But don't be scared. Don't be scared to put yourself out there. I don't know if you guys have seen the post. It's up and down. And I made another post where I disconnected the comments. And I just wanted to say there's a lot of people in this group where you've got a lot to say about other people's designs. And I've been watching. Like, I don't say much on other people's posts there. I just do my thing and I help where I can, where I am speaking on a topic, or I can teach, or I can show you, or whatever the case may be. But there's certain people all over the planet where they've only got negative things to say about other people, like even in life in general. So my message is, if someone doesn't, and it wasn't even a post for validation, like, hi, what do you guys think? If you came to that type of post and you gave me feedback, I'm open. I didn't ask for your validation. I didn't ask for your opinion. I was just saying, listen, this is what the bot did. This is the prompts, etc. Don't be scared about people that gives you negative vibes. You will get it. It is part of the journey. I am getting a lot more of it now, but I suppose my name is also growing and going out there a lot more. But don't be, even though it wasn't nice, I still took learnings from it. Imperfect designs, but I got a learning from it. Don't push for perfection, okay? So this is the shift. Start asking, can I list this today? Right? And see what happens. See what happens. Don't overthink things. And also what I realized about the people that was pointing out the negativity, this is actually what I wanted to tell you guys. Many of those people haven't sold a damn thing on Etsy. The same people who has got lots to say about other people who's got some social proof, right? They haven't sold a damn thing. So now you want to go into a depression about someone who doesn't even, they had you can go look long stories about me making money. Long conversation. Just ask him, have you ever sold anything on Etsy? So are you going to subject yourself to people who doesn't even understand the Etsy game in itself? So solutions, right? Unstuck yourself. Step 1, you need to lock down what your production direction is, okay? So lock in your direction. Stop saying, I want to sell digital products. That's broad. That is too broad. And your brain can't deal with that. It's too broad and it's just going to be messy. You need to get specific. So firstly, lock your product direction down. Your niche, your product type, your style. What is it? Go do your homework, figure it out. Am I selling junk journals? Am I product specific? Am I only selling mugs? And then a lot of topics on the mugs? Or am I selling Christian, or is my focus niche, Christianity based? And then Christianity scriptures I'm putting on t-shirts, tumblers. You need to go figure out if you are niche driven, single moms, entrepreneurs, lock it down. This thing about selling to everybody is not working. I can do another seminar just on that. So figure out who you are selling to. Please do not I want to sell digital products. Lucille, I want to sell junk journals. Faith-based junk journals. Now we're talking. This thing about I want to sell digital products, but you don't know who you're selling to and who you market, it's too broad. Your brain can't handle it. You're going to run on the hamster wheel forever. Okay? The moment you do that, you're niching down or you lock down your path. Now you can strategize. Once that is in your brain and you've committed to that, everything else becomes easier. Your ideas become clearer. Junk journals. You need to master junk journals in whatever trend is happening. You need to be on it. But if you're selling junk journals, Canva templates, digital stickers, t-shirt designs, mug wraps, notebooks, you will never master junk journals. So please figure that out. Okay. I am going to set up one-on-ones. You guys have been asking me. It's going to be in the school communities where you can lock your time slot and go through the process, because I understand this is an area, again, where strategy is required, and I cannot do this on a live session. Okay. Once you've locked it down, your path becomes clearer and you stop guessing. Then when the shiny objects hit you, you're not going to move to the next fad, a print on demand. I've already committed to junk journals. Here's my proof. This is how many people are looking for junk journals every month. These are the number of suppliers. These are my top competitors. So I understand where I'm at and I've got my strategy, right? Because now if you go, I want to sell digital products. It's print on demand tomorrow. Then it's puzzle books. Then you're doing coloring pages. Your brain is all over. Lock down your direction. Commit to where you're going to be an expert in. Okay. Number 2, define what done looks like before you start. Before you go to Artistly and you go to the bot and you get your consistent bundles that everybody has been posting for the last week and a bit, before you do that, first define what is the end goal in your 1 hour sitting. Is it a bundle of 20 images? Does your done look like I'm going to do 5 bundles of just upscaling, of just removing the backgrounds, and of doing the 300 DPI? Is that what your done looks like? Because now we're talking efficiency, we're talking production, we're moving forward in the life cycle of what the end goal looks like. We're not lost now. Junk journals. What does done look like? Is done you doing research on, you guys know I'm going to work on junk journals soon, right? So if there's a poll up, I asked you, where do you want me to go? A couple of options. You need to vote there for those who are interested in junk journals. That's coming up. So what does your done look like? Is it research on 10 junk journals, themes? Who's selling the most? Are you going to rank them in Excel? What does your done look like? Is it 5 bundles in the next 2 days, done listed? Figure, before you do anything, get your done sorted. And whatever comes up against your step 2, what your done looks like, that is secondary. You put it in your Trello board, you put it in your diary. It's not to say that you can't do it, but that is not going to interfere with your step 2, which is I need to list 3 bundles. That's my done. If I don't list 3 bundles, I'm not touching this YouTube video for 3 hours that I have to watch, because this is the new fad that they're talking about. Okay. Yeah. Karen's saying most of them are not even selling. They're just creating for fun. And that's what I actually picked up. They are not even people that should be giving others, people like us who are selling on Etsy, just be quiet. And we didn't ask you for feedback. If I went there and I asked, guys, can you give me feedback? By all means, then good or bad, it comes back. I didn't ask. So, just sit down. Step 3. So number 1, choose your path, right? Where are you going? Junk journals? Are you doing mugs? Are you doing Christian faith? Are you going to be, where are you going? Lock that down. Number 2 is figure out what your done looks like. What is the end objective that you want to do by the end of the day, in the next 2 hours, by the end of the week, by the end of the month? Figure out your done. Do not move away from that done. You're going to feel like a failure because you didn't finish the done, right? Once you've done 1 and 2, number 3, don't evaluate anything while you're creating. Don't go back and forth and change number 2. Stick to number 2. There's a reason you went with number 2. To move your store forward, you need to have 5 listings up. To move your store, to give the algorithm an opportunity to push out your store, you need to do certain things in your Etsy store. Don't move away. Make sure your goal is meaty. Make sure your goal is something that is worth it. It mustn't be like a lazy done. It must be 5 bundles, upscaled, backgrounds removed, cleaned in Canva. I've done my mock-ups. It's all done. Those are your dones, right? Once you have chosen, do not go back and try and change things. You're not allowed to judge while designing. That kills momentum. Create first, evaluate after. You cannot do both at the same time. Get to your done. Then you evaluate. Okay? So step 4, really, this is not a non-negotiable. Are you guys having problems with listing? I mean, if that's the only question you need to answer me. If you've got a problem with listing and it tells me why you're not selling, I mean, it's not even rocket science. I'm not trying to make it sound smart. Let me know in the comment section. Do you have a problem with listing? Are you struggling to list? We're not going to go into the whys now because we're running out of time. But let me just know, are you struggling to list. Okay. Yeah, Dale, I don't think Dale is in the D2D community, but that's coming. The Etsy 101 course is in the D2D, which is coming. I'm going to work on that this week. And then there's also in the Digital Product Bootcamp, there's a whole Etsy focus in the D2D community, which is where we basically teach you guys to set up your store, set up your pay store, mock up, list, SEO keywords, etc. Okay. Yeah, George does amazing stuff. Lots of people are jealous, Dale. Dale is saying lots of people are jealous. That concept, I don't understand. When people are progressing in life, you must be happy for other people. You must be celebrating other people's wins. You don't know what that person went through to get to where they are, how long they worked without seeing a penny. If someone goes forward in life, you say thank you to God for what they have achieved. You don't envy other people. I don't understand. That concept, I don't understand. George is a goat, guys. Cheers. I think he left now. Eve said, I posted the images on Facebook that I created with the new bot, and wow, what a positive reaction I get. So I know that they are good. Yeah, people love Eve's designs. They look amazing. Just go check it out in the Facebook community. Ciao, Joanna. Madeline. Yes, yeah, listing. So Ellen is saying, not struggling to list, struggling to be consistent. I do good, then life happens. I also understand that. Okay, so listing seems to be a problem. I need to focus on it to help you guys. So let me work on something. Most of you are in the D2D community, but let me work on that. Okay, listen, to keep it short, list before you feel ready. Okay, so the t-shirt that didn't have an apostrophe S, my perfectionist brain would not list it. Faith said, Lucy listed, it's beautiful. We listed it, we sold, it sells. Anyone who loves the 80s, apparently they like it. Right? So even if it's not, as a new person, that's the best you could do at that time, improve and progress based on that. You will never really feel ready. The self-doubt I had when I started, Lucille, you're an accountant. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Go back to finance. You can make more money there. You've studied for so long. This is not your jam. So sometimes your own negativity is more than external people being negative. And your own voice in your own head can you pull you down more than other people? List anyway. The reason I'm asking about listing, list. List on Etsy, list. Let Etsy take you serious as a seller. Okay? So take this. This is the takeaway. Creativity is required. AI is not replacing creativity. AI is boosting creativity. I saw someone in our group also had a whole lot to say about AI and how it's a cancer. Apparently, according to this person, it's a cancer. AI and let's say the AI slop people like I and others talk about and giving people wrong advice. This was what the person was saying. All I asked was, if AI is a cancer and if it's so bad according to you and people like I am so bad, and if you knew this group was about AI creativity, like how can we help you in this group? Because we don't speak analytics. The person said they use AI for analytics. I said, good. I also use it as an accountant for analytics. You use it holistically, but it seems like you only use it for one side. If this is not what interests you, it's like, how can we help you? How can we be of service to you? So I didn't get an answer. So these are some of the things. You still are going to get people that's anti-AI. But for your success, take this away. Creativity is made easier with AI. It's not a complete replacement. You need to have something here, like thinking, to be creative, to help AI to make it better, right? It's not a replacement. So if you have absolutely no creativity, you might struggle. You need to have some sort of creativity and using AI to amplify it. But systems for AI is, in what we do, more important than creativity. That is our problem. That is the problem for new people coming in. They lack the ability to set up systems fast enough. Maybe not all the time, fast enough. You need to figure your system out above creativity, because now you've got AI as your superpower to take your initial thought and blow it up into something amazing, right? But if you've got something amazing and you don't know how to market it, you don't know how to mock it up, you don't know who to sell it to, you don't understand the pricing that must go into it, that just speaks to your entire system. So you can have the best t-shirt design and you have no system to get it out there. Nobody's going to buy your t-shirt, okay? This framework works because it removes decision fatigue. The sellers who win are not the most creative. They are the most consistent. Karen said it earlier. Consistency. List. If listing is your issue, I would unpack why listing is an issue. Ellen said life happens. I get that. People will have different reasons. Different reasons why they are not listing. I would encourage you to, if it's fear, are you feared? Do you have anxiety? Are you scared of feedback? Are you worried people is not gonna? I don't know what your listing inabilities are, but I would advise you to sit down and have a look at that. Okay. I think we're at the end of the slides. Not yet. You know you've won when you catch yourself thinking, I don't need to think about this. I just need to finish it. You need to really get into that shift of let me finish, let me list. Creativity is necessary, but if you lack systems and the spirit to list, it can slow you down. Don't overthink this. Pick one product, decide what done looks like. 20 bundles of sunflowers. Upscaling, cleaning up my images, 10 bundles done. Junk journal research, that's what my done looks like. Okay, finish that today. List it today. Tomorrow, you start afresh. Figure out what is your done. I need to do 10 Facebook posts in different Facebook groups about my junk journal pack that I've just launched. What does your done look like? Don't get distracted because a new video is here. Not tomorrow, not when it's perfect, today. Because the longer you stay in the loop, the more comfortable stuck becomes. You stay in stuck zone. That is the end of the webinar. I know from all your feedback and your comments, I know that this has been helpful. Thank you very much to all of you who engaged so that I don't feel like I don't know what I'm talking about. Karen, you've been amazing. Selena says, no, just getting past. Is this a good? Selena saying, so she issue is getting past. Is this a good design? So that perfection mindset, it's a thing. It's a thing with all of us. Me too. Like I would go to people. Does this design look good? At the beginning, is this good enough to list on Etsy? And it can keep you stuck. You're welcome, Selena. Karen says, thank you so much. You are welcome. Sam J, I got a problem with doing everything by myself. It's so overwhelming. I get that. I did it for a year, Sam J. I did it for a year. I listed almost 1,000 products on my own before I had a team. That is, when you get to that point, you do feel like it's a lot. Social media, new products discovery, demand, keywords, mock-ups, listing. So for that, I would say systems and investing in tools. My Designs is perfect. My Designs is amazing. From this, you can design your product, you can clean up the design, upscale, whatever. You can mock it up, and you can ultimately post it into your Etsy store from one system. Back in the day, I had to go to Kittle, then to Canva, then I had to mock up separately, I had to upscale separately, and then eventually I would manually go and list on Etsy. My Designs do all of that for you. Okay. Selena saying the accountant in me too. Okay, any questions? Let's see what's happening in the Zoom room. If I can help anyone here, and then we're good to go. Yeah, so Dale's also saying listing. The consistency of listing. Every time I get I get another email stating another money-making idea. We get easily sidetracked. Don't even talk about those YouTube videos, Dale. Another 20 minutes gone. Eva saying, Dale, I've seen a lot of money-making idea with clip art. They promise you a lot, and when you sign in, you're disappointed. That's what Dave's experience is. Ellen is saying it's been very helpful. Madeline saying, thank you, trying to relearn everything, and you make it easy. Thanks for all you do. The session, Ellen saying, the session has been good morale booster for me to keep going. I love it. Thank you, Lucille. The webinar was awesome. You are awesome. Thank you, Dale. Carol saying, thank you, Lucille. This is exactly the pep talk. Kick in the seat I needed. I'm so happy to hear that, Carol. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lucille. Eva saying it was a great live. Ellen, not so much. Ellen's asking My Designs, is it beginner friendly? Ellen, that system I put off for a whole year because the way the YouTubers were explaining it, I signed up and I went in and it just looked so intimidating. I felt like I was stupid. Seriously, I didn't. Anyway, I got over that fear. I signed up. I love it. If you want, let me know if you guys want me to do a My Designs video from start to finish. Just drop yes, and I'll work on a My Designs. I love My Designs. I absolutely love it. And they've got a lot of tutorials, like Madeline is saying, yeah. Awesome. Great pep talk. I told you guys I'm going to be a preacher today. You're welcome, Inga. Yeah, Inga, I would say My Designs. I think I can see the pattern. That's doing everything yourselves. Let me know in the Facebook community. Yes, Karen saying, yes, My Designs coming up. I'll work on it, and I will publish the My Designs. I love it. I think I'm on about a $20 plan, and you also get credits. but the workload that it takes from you guys, you will see. Yeah, just think about that 80s t-shirt, Ingo, where there was no apostrophe and the S was gone. People still bought it. You know why? The people that's going to buy it from me are designers or print on demand sellers. They know how it works. They will go put an S if they're going to sell it. So it was just an example. I'm not encouraging bad grammar. I'm just saying that even imperfection still brought results. Cool, Ellen. I'll do the video. Everybody's saying yes. My designs, it will come up this week. Thank you very much for being here, for your time. I will see you guys in next week's live. I think we're doing junk journals next week. Please go to the school community and go to the Facebook community. There's a poll up. Let me know which genre of junk journals you want me to focus on. Cottagecore, dark academia, Parisian style, coffee, whatever. Let me know what sort of themes, and I can work on it this week. Have a blessed weekend. I appreciate all of you guys. Stay safe. And if you're in South Africa, stay warm. It's our winter period. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, Dale. Ciao.